You are watching Workplace Conversations with Rosaline Andika. This is Workplace Conversations with Rosaline Andika.
Hi everyone, my name is Rosalind from Rasiko World with another episode of Workplace Conversations. At Workplace Conversations, we make the workplace a safe space where everybody in the workplace thrives. So today on Workplace Conversations, I wanted to talk briefly on workplace ethics. We all know that a happy workforce equals to high production, high efficiency, high standards of living and everything. And for us to achieve a happy workforce, a healthy workforce, it all lies in the workplace ethics that the organization stands for. So what are the workplace ethics that an organization stands for? They lie in the core principles of the workplace. And what are some of the core principles of a healthy workplace? The core principles of a workplace are, first of all, integrity. Integrity basically means doing things the right way, whether the government is watching or not, whether the big brother is watching or not, always just doing things in the right place. Another core principle of workplace ethics is accountability. Accountability basically means that you treat everyone with dignity and fairness, where there are no complaints that other employees are favored and others are treated with special treatment where others are not. We should have accountability when treating everybody at the workplace. Another principle is confidentiality. This is basically protecting basic knowledge, protecting sensitive information that you're given. For example, I, as a supervisor that is supervising a group of people, when they come to me with confidential information, I should not go out there and start again telling other people about what was told to me in confidentiality, because somebody was vulnerable enough to come to me to share with me their information, and then I am out there spreading or talking about the information. It doesn't stand out well. Another core principle is transparency. This basically means that be open, be clear, and be honest. There are no other fishy things under Falasamanga kwa ground, that basically everything is transparent and transparent to everyone, to stakeholders, to employees, to employers. And then another core principle is fairness. Make decisions. This is basically making decisions based on equity and not favorism. Everybody at the workplace should feel that they are comfortable with the decisions being made, that no decision is unfair to them or others have been treated better than them. So we should have fairness. And another core principle is commitment. Commitment basically means support the organization's values and ethics. This is basically coming from the employee side. You should always support what the organization stands for. We also have unethical behaviors at the workplace, which I call red flags. Red flags. And one of the red flags of an unethical organization is harassment or discrimination. In this time and era, we are having a workforce that is inclusive. Inclusive means that we have people from different backgrounds. We have people coming from different, for example, in Kenya, we have people coming from different tribes. We have Kikuyus, we have Luyas, we have Luos, we have Kisis, we have all these things. And we should not discriminate people on their tribes, on their races, on their religion, on their skin color, all those things. We should, if you are in a workplace that is having this discrimination, that is a red flag. And then another red flag, if you are in an organization that is dishonest and carries out a lot of fraudulent issues involved in fraud, that is a red flag of unethical behaviors in an organization. We also have gossip of breach of confidentiality. This is where we rely so much on grapevine, on gossip, and which is not good. And then we also have misuse or bias in decision making. Decision making are biased. For example, employee A comes to you with information about employee B, and instead of you digging deeper to understand what happened, you make a biased decision based on what one person told you without really looking into the other parties, taking credit for other people's work. This is a red flag, and this is very common in organizations where where other people excuse me, where other people do the work, and this normally comes in with junior employees. They do the work and then the supervisors take credit for it. That is not fair at all, and that is a red flag if you run in such as an organization. Ignoring rules and safety protocols, this is also unethical, and this is a red flag in an organization. There are always ethics, rules and ethics of an organization that should be followed, and nobody in the workplace is above the law, is above the rules, and everybody should be able to follow the rules and the steps that have been put to be followed in an organization. We also have a toxic workplace. My goodness, this runs across, I think, all organizations. I think 80% of organizations, I get complaints every day. Because then I'm in a toxic work environment. I'm in a toxic work environment as the employer or the owner of the organization. You should work towards making the work environment free from toxicity, because toxicity has a strain on individuals working in your organization, and that is a topic that we shall discuss in broad another day. So why does workplace ethic matter? Why does it matter that you should have ethics at the workplace? It matters because strong workplace ethics build trust and credibility. When we have ethics, when the organizations put out what it stands for, it in turn gives trust. We have trust in the organization, and there's credibility that the organization really cares for us, and we can trust. We do not have trust issues with the organization. It strengthens teamwork. When there's strong work ethics, it strengthens teamwork. Like, people work as one team and not individual. Even when we are sharing success, we share success as a team. When we are sharing failures, we are sharing them as a team, and it is not credited to anybody. It is teamwork. And then it also promotes employee well-being. In the recent past, we have had issues where mental health has become something that is very key to organizations, and mental health issues can be easily avoided by good ethics at the workplace. When we have ethics being observed, that are being laid in place, that are being observed, will reduce mental health issues at the workplace by a very big margin, and we shall have employees' well-being being taken care of without necessarily waiting for employees' well-being to go to their worst. Employee mental health being and wellness is very key to any organization. Any employer or any employee or any organization that does not take its workers' mental health as a very important matter, that is definitely an organization. It's a red flag from that organization. So if we have good ethical workplace ethics, employee well-being, and mental health should be taken care of, and it should never be an issue. And then another importance of why workplace ethics matters is that it reduces legal risks. When we do things ethically, professionally, we avoid the many instances that we have with government, many legal suits being filed in courts because you did not do A or you did not do B. So when you have workplace ethics in place, it reduces or it avoids the risk of getting in mess with the law, with the government, and we have a healthy workforce. So one thing that I want you to remember is that ethics is not a department like Department of Ethics. Ethics is our daily life, the daily decisions we make, what we stand for. That brings out a healthy organization. And healthy organizations can only be achieved if we have proper workplace ethics put in place. So this has been Roslyn from Rasiko World with Workplace Conversations. Always remember, at Workplace Conversations, we make the workplace a safe space and we put a culture where every employee thrives. Thank you so much.
This is Workplace Conversations with Rosalind Andika.